Hey, how's it going? Checking in, and there's updates. There's updates. First of all, I was meant to be speaking to somebody today, one of my contacts that I called yesterday, booked in a call, but she couldn't make it, unfortunately, in the end, so we've rescheduled it to tomorrow. And we've also got the other session that the other phone call I made yesterday has been, that's in the diary for tomorrow morning, so I've got two calls tomorrow, and these are with existing or not existing. One is an existing client. One is a kind of a pipeline client that we'd already talked about doing some work together with. So that's all good and encouraging. So that's fantastic. But then after a lot of prevaricating and procrastinating and thinking, come on, George, what's stopping you just picking up the phone and making a couple of calls? I've got this list of like 20 people who are on my LinkedIn network that I've either engaged with, or we're all connected. But people who I've kind of looked at and think, yeah, okay, you're the kind of person who I want to not just work with, but I want to find out a little bit more about what you're experiencing right now in terms of you personally and your team and your resilience, well-being, all of those things. So that's that. I've had this list for the longest, and I've talked about this list for ages. I've kind of made it from LinkedIn. I've probably got a bunch of other people on there as well that I could add to the list, but I just stopped at 20 because I wasn't doing anything with it. And so I just phoned him up. I just started at the top. I went did rolled it right the way down. Spoke to the first person. He answered the phone straight away. He was just about to go into a meeting, so he's gonna call back. Hasn't, but I will be following it up. Then four voicemails were left by me, and I'll follow all of them up with a message as well. And then one person actually messaged me back, and I just got off the phone speaking to him. And a really, really productive conversation. Just not salesy. I'm not trying to sell anything here. I'm not trying to say, hey, look, I could come in and work with you or anything. It's not about that. It's about having these conversations, getting a better understanding of what's happening, kind of a broader understanding of what's happening, and it's just really, really useful, really interesting to hear, a company I've never worked with before, and didn't really know very much about, and kind of find out how they're doing things, how they're approaching things, and some of the challenges that he's seeing and is predicting to be coming up in the future that I hadn't perhaps given that much weighting to. So if I can have a few more conversations like that, then I'll be really, really happy. I kind of set myself a goal when I was out running this morning. I was on my way back from a run, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to make 100 calls this month. I'm going to make 100 calls. If I'm only calling on Monday to Friday, that's an average of about 6 calls a day to make sure. You can work that out, 6 calls a day. 5 calls a day, sorry. 5 calls a day. I'm a couple of days behind because it's the third today, but I've done 5 calls, did 2 yesterday, so I'm 7 down, 93 to go. And I was going to set myself as a little challenge. But when I got into making the calls that I've been putting off for so long, I just really enjoyed doing it. I really enjoyed it. It's like I was getting myself tied up in knots about, leaving voicemails and, they're not going to want to speak to me and all these kind of things that I've spoken about in these videos before that go around in my head. And I think certainly I've been talking a lot about journaling recently, and the journaling's been kind of helping me get out of my own head, get out of my own way, and really question some of these beliefs and really try to understand what is it that's stopping me from taking not just this action but other things, other actions as well. So it feels like a really kind of a significant day in a small but big way. So I'm kind of pleased with how today went. Did another journaling webinar as well today, and that went well. Yeah, all good. All good. A bit of an easy day training wise today. Just went for a run this morning. A bit tired after a few big days of training. So need to listen to my body, relax, recover. Same with my mind, relax, recover. I'm going to go make some food now, tune out, and relax. So there's my check-in for the day. I will be back again with more tomorrow, but for now, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check back in again tomorrow for the next daily update. Bye for now.